Today we're going to be testing a brand new pool cleaner that I'm excited to test out because it's in the budget category, but it does something that a lot of your budget pool cleaners don't do, which is supposed to get walls. And so for that reason alone, I'm excited to see how it performs. And I've never used a cleaner like this before. I've used a lot of pressure side cleaners, but this is a suction side cleaner. So instead of working off of a pump that puts water into the pool and runs through the vac, this one actually works off your skimmer, and it actually is supposed to just automatically move around the pool, go up the walls, do the floor. As you can see, it comes with a manual and a bag of parts that we're going to have to figure out how to put it together first. So once we do that, we'll get it in the pool and get it running. It also comes with about 40 feet worth of hose sections that are going to allow you to get to the farthest point of your pool, and you need to go about 4 feet beyond that. So my pool is 32 feet long, so that should leave me with about one section left over. I should be able to go 36 feet of sections and then have one left over. We'll see how that works out. Now, to put your hose connections together, it just recommends that you wet the hose up and put the male end into the female end. And oh yeah, I see why they recommend wetting them up, because yeah, once these are together, they're going to be together good. This part is actually going to go down into the hole in your skimmer, and then the hose is going to attach to the top there. There's also like this little sock thing. I guess it's to protect the skimmer maybe, or the hose from the skimmer. You can kind of see the sock there kind of goes between that section of the hose and the actual skimmer door, I guess, so when it flaps up. This comes just about to the furthest point of my pool, so I need to add one more section to put it 4 feet over the end of the pool. And that's going to be the section with the two female ends. So there's only one section of hose that has the two female ends, and that's the section that's going to attach to your cleaner. Now we should have a perfect length to go ahead and attach to the cleaner, but there's one more thing we need to do, and that's attach the float to this length of hose. And it says to go 50 to 70 centimeters above the cleaner. And for those of us that are metric system challenged, 50 centimeters is just under 20 inches. So, you know, about halfway up this hose should be good, because you have a range. So we'll start it about halfway up. Right now I'm just going to submerge it in the pool, and I don't know how it's going to work yet, but we're about to find out. So it's time to pull it out and see what we got. And I can already tell you the pool is very clean. It got in every single small little corner that a lot of the other pool cleaners don't get in. For a budget option, this might be the best budget option that I've seen. One of the things that I saw that could kind of just takes a little getting used to, you have to really dial it in so that it doesn't go up the wall too much, because when it does, air gets in, and when air gets in, causes you to lose prime. Then we'll just stop it for a few minutes. Basically, you don't really have to do anything, because once it goes back down in the pool and it starts to suck the water back up and the air gets out of the system, it'll start up again. But you really don't want that happening too much. You can kind of stop that by really dialing that regulator a little bit. Once you tinker with that regulator a little bit and get it dialed in, you shouldn't really have to do that every time. It should be something that you can set, and as long as you don't mess with it too much, you should be able to keep it pretty much where it is. But it is something you have to kind of dial in to get just right. Kind of show you, like, even in the corners, you can see how clean it got. There was all kinds of debris in that pool before. Like, even in the very deepest corners of the pool, there might be like 1 or 2 leaves in the pool, but if there are, it's from they've dropped since the pool cleaner stopped, because some are floating. That is another drawback of using this, and that's one of the only other things that I saw that could be a disadvantage, is because it works off of the skimmer. Well, it's inserted into the skimmer. Obviously, the skimmer isn't working because all the suction is going to the vacuum itself, which means that any debris that gets on top of the water surface is basically probably going to sink at some point or another, because it's not been skimmed. So that is like one drawback. But again, as a budget cleaner, this is a really good option. If you can remember how much debris was down here at the start, and you can see all these little corners of the pool, like right there around the stairs, very, very clean. Pretty simple to grab it up and pull it out by the hose, and it doesn't seem to hurt it any. So I don't even know if it's really necessary to take the hose off when you clean this out, but I'm going to get in here. I'm just going to lift that, And it's going to allow you to clean this out, but in reality, you probably won't have to. Unless it's malfunctioning, you won't have to worry about that. So it's very nice because you don't have to give it a thorough spraying off every single time you use it. So this is where all the debris goes. So there's not really anything to spray off. You just sort of empty your skimmer basket like you normally would.